Hello everyone and welcome. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be showing you guys how to dominate in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So I'm going to provide you guys with 5 different tips to hopefully help you guys out and how to really just dominate the competition. And I'm not in competitive today, I'm in some worldwides just to kind of, help demonstrate my points a little bit better. Because, competitive can be a little brutal sometimes, but the first tip I'm going to be giving you guys is play to your strengths and kind of realize what your biggest strengths are compared to, the rest of the lobby. So, for example, I think one of my biggest strengths is just running lines and driving in general. So that's why I'm going to try and get ahead of everyone as fast as I can and get myself a big breakaway. And as you can see, I already have one. I already have probably like a blue shell lead already, which is very, very nice. I mean, the bomb pull definitely helped with that, but these tips are going to be more towards, trying to get yourself to realize what kind of a player you are, and hopefully maybe that can sort of, dictate how you want to play in these lobbies. So that's a pretty nice semi-blue cancel, I guess, on the glider. And you kind of want to compare yourself to the rest of the lobby. So, I'd say I'm probably not best at avoiding items in these types of lobbies. So I don't really want to be in the back and having to try and like react to random items that are being thrown at me. To try and, maybe play a bit safer and bag it up or whatever. I think I'd rather be in the front and just try and outrun everyone. So that's why I'm doing this. Even though normally in competitive lobbies I wouldn't want to try and shrimp up into first like I did on lap 1. I think it was a good idea because it ended up giving me a huge breakaway like it did in this race. So that's my first tip, is just realize what your strengths are and try and play to them in each race that you play with. And try and gauge the lobby as well to see what kind of player you are compared to everyone else. So that's the first tip. Let's move on to the second race. And by the way, these tips can apply to both competitive lobbies and worldwide lobbies. I'm just using worldwide lobbies to help, like I said, demonstrate my point a little bit better. And it's a little bit easier. It's going to help me, talk through what I'm trying to say rather than having to focus so much all the time. But anyways, my second point is going to be get big breakaways from the pack. So in general, in Mario Kart, you do not want to be in the middle of the thick of things. And that definitely goes for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, because you do not want to be in the pack with the double items and how spammy Mario Kart 8 Deluxe in general can be. So you kind of just want to break away either in the front, or you want to be bagging in the back and be kind of away from people at the same time. So you don't want to be close to a bunch of people with stars and bills, because that's going to make your job a lot harder to really, survive. And you don't really want to get hit in this game, especially if you have very little margin of error. Say it's like lap 3. You don't really want to be, stuck back there with everyone else. You'd rather try and find an ample and good opportunity to catch up. Oh, I kind of failed getting the double, but that's okay. Luckily I got defense. And I don't want to nano snipe myself here because I don't have anything behind this banana. And right now we have a pretty decent breakaway from the pack. This guy's a horn in first. Ooh, that's tough. That's right after set. Not going to be great for me. There could be a second blue potentially, but now I got to kind of watch out for the people behind me and if they're coming up with good items. Doesn't look like. Oh my god, that guy was a lap behind. Okay, I have double reds, so I can just kind of wait here. Wait for him to make his play. Okay, I thought I would get green there. That's kind of why I slowed down a little bit. I also don't want to be in range of this guy. Hopefully I get him there. Nice. And we pulled a horn as well, just in case there would be another blue. Luckily there wasn't. And yeah, another good first place. And in the next race, I'm not going to be running. I'm actually going to show you guys how to bag and how long to bag specifically, because I think those two things are very important to this game in general. So let's get on with that. So I'm actually going to pause the tips because this race is actually 200cc. So I'm not particularly great at 200cc, but I have enough practice on it to where I can handle myself well enough, I think. 200cc is a little bit different. So we're going to try and just play our best. And there's going to be a lot going on, so I'm not going to really have much of a chance to really explain myself in the next tip. And also, it's not very good to bag on 200cc, especially on this track, so I would just rather conserve myself. I'm just going to horn, because on 200, horns don't matter nearly as much, because you can sometimes outrun the blue shells. Also, the guy was kind of trailing in my face, so... Nice, we got a bomb. I'm going to use this to back the bomb on the guys who are landing from the glider. I think that got a couple people. And now we have a big breakaway again, which is nice. Okay, I think you go left path. Not too sure, to be honest. Huh. Okay, we're good, we're good. Everything's fine. Yeah, we have a nice clean first again. Okay. So next race, if it's 150cc, I'm going to bag, okay? I promise. I promise. We just took a little bit of a break. Alright, so I'll see you guys then. Okay, so I got a 200cc race, and then I got a hard runner. And I tried bagging the hard runner. Did not work. But this third tip is knowing how to bag and when to bag. So if you're in the front and you end up getting hit out very early, or maybe you get hit twice in lap 1, that's when you should probably start bagging. But you could also start at the beginning of tracks, which is what I'm going to do here on Daisy Circuit. This isn't typically thought of as a bagger, but you can definitely make some decent comebacks on this track. So I'm going to try my best to show you guys what exactly I mean. So the best way to figure out how exactly you want to go about bagging is really just gauge whatever items you get. See, right now I have quad shrooms. This, I just want to try and spam and get better items at the next set. Because quad shrooms is not a very good item set. And let's see what I get here. Star triple shrooms is okay. I kind of want the triple shrooms in front to protect my dodge from getting ghosted. So that way I can use it wherever I want. But here I'm going to star up now. Maybe if I get a star. Okay, nice. You got a star. Now I'm going to just try to avoid the items the best I can. And I did pretty well there, just streaming away from the fire. And now we're in a decent spot. We have to worry about this boomerang again. We're just going to try and avoid the items, because if we can just avoid the items, then we can make it out alive. Alright. See, we're just avoiding the items the best we can. We're not taking the best of lines. Oh, I didn't think he'd go for the cut with the plant. That sucks. Okay. Triple reds is pretty good, though. And now this is the opportunity I've come to try and catch up here. I've used my star. I probably could have held on to it if I didn't get planted, but unfortunately that didn't happen. And when you're bagging, you're not always going to be getting first. See, I mean, I got second, which is still pretty good, but I was probably gearing to get something like fourth there. And you just want to gauge when the best time is to catch up. And you definitely want to do your best to avoid the items in the pack, because you're going to have to go through it eventually. So, and this fourth tip is something you could have combined with last race, which is just don't always try to aim to be first place. Because sometimes first is just not going to be possible, or is very, very unlikely. And you trying to go for it might result in you being in a way worse spot. So instead of getting something like second, like I did in the last race, if I ended up trying to get first there, I maybe could have ended up being something like fourth or fifth or even worse, because, you know, you're not always going to be able to get first place, and trying to go for it every time is just not going to work out for you. So if you just want to make sure you're dominating, but not, you know, making sure you don't lose at the same time, that's really what domination is just not losing, rather than always trying to win in every circumstance. Because if you always try to win, you're going to end up, you know, risking too much and losing. Okay, this guy is... Mario on Pauline is going a little crazy right now. Okay, we're going to shroom up away from this guy. Just trying to avoid the items. Okay, get me ahead. Avoid the items. as much as I can. And I'm going to try and take cut. Maybe I'm going to be second here. And right now, I just want to stay in second, to be honest. Oh, okay. I love it when my triple items protect me. Oh, okay. Well, this is one of those races where I can't really aim for first. I just have to aim for a decent spot, because I'm kind of stuck at the back right now. Alright, let's see what we get here. Can I get a star, maybe? Nice, okay. So this is going to be a good example. I don't think I can get first this race. We'll see. And sometimes, even when you're not aiming for first, things will just happen. Like, good things will happen for you, even if you just play safe and conservative. Because, you know, people might make some crazy plays, and you'll be given opportunities that you wouldn't normally be given if you were to just go absolutely bananas crazy. Okay, that's unfortunate that I got back there. I didn't even see what he had before he backed me. Okay, here I want to break because I don't... Like, obviously I could aim for first, but I just don't want to get hit by the greens. And this is going to be the worst race so far, but I think I made a good recovery regardless. Oh, I think I used one of my shrooms on accident. I don't know where exactly, but... See, even though I got 6th that race, I made sure I didn't get hit by those triple greens, which could have sent me to a way worse spot. And that's just, you know, sometimes you have to deal with the fact that you're not going to get first, even if you believe you're better than the lobby. Alright, so quick sidebar. My internet has been down for, like, basically the entire day. So, my internet was down for an hour, for the past hour, and now we're back for the final tip. Whoa! Yeah. So, the final tip is, well, hopefully we get through this race, by the way. If we don't get through this race, I will still include it in the video just to show you guys. But anyways, point is, the last tip is use all the resources available to you. Whether that's your own items, which is the most obvious one, whether it's the mini-map, whether it's rear view, which I'm sure you've seen me use a ton of today and talk about today. Ooh, my goodness gracious. But yeah, you want to use your items, you want to use even the other racers you're playing against. You want to use them to your fullest ability. Because, guess what? Sometimes the people who you're racing against are actually not trying to hit you. Sometimes they're hyper, you know, tunnel visioned to the guy like behind them or in front of them. And you can just use them to kind of just take out whoever, you know, you're looking for. If you start hitting the guy... Okay. If you start hitting the guy who's trying to not hit you and trying to hit someone else, you might just... Oh, there's the blue, by the way. Incredible. Okay, we're second. But, no, there's another red! But yeah, anyways, point is, you just want to use all the resources available to you at all times. And, you know, even if you're... I didn't see the red. Yeah, this is what happens when you're stuck in the pack, guys. Don't be here. This is tip number... I don't... What was it? Tip number? I don't know. Don't be in the pack. Don't get triple redded before blue comes. Just don't have that happen to you. And then, I mean, look at this. Like, I'm still not getting that bad of a spot until I messed up. Still got 7th, okay. Probably could have been 6th, but I'll do one more race. Just see if my internet keeps going, but try and demonstrate this last point a little bit more, because I talked about it a little bit in the previous tips in terms of minimap, review, usage, all that, but I want to show it on full display this time. Alright, so this is maybe going to be the last race of the video. I try and demonstrate more of what I was talking about with the 5th tip in this race, and yeah. So, anyways, here, got the draft too. I mean, that's part of using your resources, is getting draft as well, but I'm not really counting that. I'm more of trying to think of, like, literally... Oh my god. Okay, that was close to working. Close. Not quite, though. But yeah, you just want to use, you know, like the mini-map, like I talked about earlier with, you know, distances from you to first, to try and determine what items you have, rear view usage to figure out, you know, what items are behind you, And what items are next to you, and then obviously I don't want to get hit by this guy, this leaf squid guy. Look, see, they're trying to take each other out. So I just stay out of the way, and look at that! I just live! It's that simple. It really is. Well, I mean, I wanted something to demonstrate my point, and I got exactly what I wanted. Oh, okay, we're alive. Holy moly. We're in the pack, which is, you know, not where you want to be, but you have to go through the pack at some point if you're in the back. That was bars. Yeah. What is this guy doing? Okay, I'm alive, somehow. Triple greens, alright. Oh, you got ghosted. That's unlucky, my guy. But now we're in second, which is pretty nice. I mean, look at the minimap to kind of see where first is, and see that he's quite a bit ahead, and we don't have to worry about him backing out for the blue. Normally you would. I mean, I guess you would normally see them if you, you know, were in that, you know, if they were able to drop out for blue, but you get the point. Ooh, that's tough. So, we can use the minimap now to kind of gauge who dodged, and it didn't look like anyone in top 6 dodged, it's just that Bill. And you can oftentimes use that when you're hit, or especially when you're shocked. That's the easiest way to determine that. And I'm going to go this way, just because he kind of tried to deke me out. And I just want to get ahead, because I do not want to be hit by this guy, and he ended up dying. And this is a perfect race to demonstrate exactly what I was talking about. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and you learned something a little bit. It's not like a typical like outline exactly what you need to do with every single tip, but I think it's going to be super helpful for you guys. And if you want to see more tip videos like this, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and I would really appreciate it. And let me know what other types of tips you want to see from me, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.